History isn't always as distant as it sometimes feels. For many young Americans, the fight for equal schools, equal housing, and equal opportunity is something they read about in a textbook. But for many older members in the Black community, it's lived experience. They remember segregated classrooms and neighborhoods shaped by redlining, systems that limited generations of opportunity. And the effects didn't disappear. The gaps created decades ago are still being felt today. I spoke with elders who say understanding Black history is essential to protecting progress that's been made and the work that remains.
If we connect the dots, we'll find out how we're all interconnected.
For many young Americans, segregation feels like ancient history. But for Rita Bynum Smith, Byron Potts, and Ronald Barnes, it was their childhoods.
I'm almost 90. I can still visualize being 5 and 6 years old.
Bynum Smith was born in 1936. At that time, Black children attended separate schools. Black families were restricted to certain streets. Banks denied them loans, and property ownership was out of reach.
When I went to West High School, that I couldn't be a cheerleader. I couldn't do a lot of things because I was a Black student.
The Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibited discrimination in public places. But 69-year-old Byron Potts says unwritten segregation remained.
You knew where to stay in your place. You knew where to live. You knew where to go. It wasn't on the books, but you knew.
Because of that, Black families were forced to lean on each other. Neighborhoods became self-sufficient. Black doctors, Black teachers, Black businesses.
We were strong because we had to be.
74-year-old Ronald Barnes says even with limited resources, hope remained strong.
No, we didn't have books. No, we didn't have the best equipment. Our library was barren, but we did have one thing. Our Black teachers instilled in us at that time that we could achieve.
55-year-old Bishop Herman Ware Jr. says as one generation survived quietly, the next was taught to speak up.
That taught us, in a sense, to keep your head up, look at people in the eye when you're being spoken to, speak directly and speak succinctly.
Today, as diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are being scaled back nationwide, Kent State University professor Mutabu Okanta says the struggle hasn't ended, it's evolved. He calls it a reminder that progress isn't permanent.
What's called Black Lives Matter now is just a new name for a struggle for freedom that in this country began in 1619. Not only should their stories be told, their stories should be valued.
Even in 2026, centuries since the first slave ships came to Virginia, the Center for American Progress reports Black Americans still lag behind white Americans in wealth, health, and education.
And if you understood how we were denied the access to education, you would not sit in class and be on your cell phone. And if you understood the fact that you are even blessed to be in the home that you're in, you would not destroy your home nor your neighborhood.
Together, these elders agree, if young people learn nothing else, they must learn their history. Because if they don't know where the Black community once was, they may forget how far they still have to go.
Besides the Bible, you need to know the Constitution and you need to know the Bill of Rights. Today, our children don't know what's in there. They don't know what's being taken away. That's why we need to tell our stories.
If you'd like to learn more about Black history, Professor Okanta says start by researching leaders who helped shape the movement. People like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Fannie Lou Hamer, Ida B. Wells Barnett, Rosa Parks, and Daisy Bates, and so many more.